So I'm about to go to the swimming pool, but first, DSG TV. And by the way, I was going to do a high kick there, but my swimsuit's kind of tight, so no high kick today. All right, welcome everyone. DSG here at DSG TV, and we're talking about a big subject today, and that is, where do you find the time to create your online course, right? Because this is one of those things that comes up all the time, and I'm going to give you some very concrete things. I'm going to give you a couple cliche things. We're going to cover it all, and then I'm going to go off to the pool, okay? So, first and foremost is, this is a cliche one, but it's a cliche that is so true. So true. And that is that we find time for the things that are important, right? And you've heard that one before. You've heard people say that. And here's the thing. Everyone is freaking busy. Like, I don't know anyone that you sit down with them and they say, oh, you know what? I've got nothing to do. I've got a ton of energy and I'm super motivated. So I don't know. I guess I could just work on this 24 hours a day. Not true at all, right? Like, everyone is busy. So it comes down to, what do you want to spend your time on, right? And so one thing that I want to give you a big tip on when it comes to online courses, and this is really true of anything, right? Fitness, online courses, or whatever, is that you have to really know your why, right? Like, why do you want to spend time on this? And that why has to be very motivating for you. And people are motivated by very different things. So for example, a lot of the most successful course creators, and this is like, duh, they're very motivated by helping people get results, because that's what an online course is all about, right? It's all about helping your customers get results. That's what it's all about. So a lot of the top course creators, you know, obviously, duh, they come from a spot of, well, I want to help people, and if I can't get my course out there, how the heck am I going to help anyone? Right? Another one is, of course, generating revenue, right? So that should be a motivating factor for you as well. And also generating revenue without you necessarily being there. So if you're a coach or a consultant, or you're even in a service-based business, if you don't work, you're not making money, right? Not so true with online courses. You're creating an asset that you can sell over and over again. So number one, it's a little bit of the cliche one, but it's so true. You have to know your why, because we find time for the things that are important, okay? Now, number two, and this is a big one, is that with online courses, there's different phases, okay? So there's kind of there's three distinct phases. There's the first phase would be kind of the planning and the outline phase, right? The second phase would be the marketing and promotion phase. And then the third phase would be like, what do you do after you launch your course? So how to do ongoing sales and how to scale it up and all that kind of good stuff. And a big tip here is you want to focus on one phase at a time. And I can't tell you how many people get overwhelmed because they're trying to think about, okay, I got to create my course. I've got to outline my course. I've got to market and promote it. How am I going to scale this up in the future? And their mind like, poof, explodes and they go running off a bridge. Now, I don't want you to go to any bridges whatsoever. So you just have to think about this in terms of phases, okay? And start with whatever phase you're at and just move through that one. That's why I'm always a big fan of pre-recording courses versus trying to do them live and marketing and promoting them at the exact same time. It becomes very tricky. So you look at each phase individually, and that's what we teach in Create Awesome Online Courses in my program, is we talk about each phase of those and how you go through. Now, if you're starting from complete scratch, let's just say, and you don't have an email list, you haven't built a tribe yet, well, that's kind of step zero, right? So you start there and you can then move through the process when it comes to that. So that's the second big tip for finding time, is that you have to avoid that overwhelm so you can break it down much simpler, okay? Now, number three, and this is a big one, is that you want to make it real by putting it on your schedule, okay? So now think about this. Let's say you were giving a speech next week. Some super important organization called you and said, hey, we want you to be the keynote, and you're going at Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Well, Tuesday at 10 o'clock, you're going to be on stage. Whether you're prepared or not, you are ready to go, okay? Same is true with online courses, is that I would highly recommend getting things on your calendar, right? So say, hey, I'm going to record this today. I'm going to outline this today. Block out an hour like it's the most important meeting or thing in your day, right? Whether it's a morning, noon, or night, it doesn't matter, but actually blocking that out on your calendar, right? Because a big thing when you're creating a digital product or program, an online course, is that you have to make it, how do I explain this, real. Okay, because it's not like we're creating this coffee, whatever this mug is right here. We're creating a digital product. So when you record it and get it going and actually get the modules and get them up online and all those different things, it becomes much more real. And the way to break that down is just to get slots on your calendar. Now, kind of an advanced tip here too that I do is that when you're recording, don't record more than one in one day. Like I record one in one day and then I move on to the next day. Too many people try to do multiple things in a day and your energy starts to dip and becomes issues and all those different things. So what I like to do when I'm in the recording kind of phase of doing a course is do one module a day, right? Block it in and then block in the next one for the next day or the day after. Keep up the momentum. That's another thing because you don't want to just put it on your calendar and then, have it on Tuesday, and then your next time is 4 months from now, right? You want to keep up the momentum. So knocking out an hour here, knocking out an hour there every day so you can move toward that goal and towards, phase number one or reason number one, which is finding your why. Okay, so when you do that, it becomes a lot less daunting of a task. But I can tell you right now, and I've seen this now for teaching this and doing this for years and years and years and years, you can always find time. Right? It's just about making it a priority. And I've seen this happen with all different types of people from all walks of life in all different life situations. Okay? That's a mouthful. Life situations. Okay? So, let me know below here in the comments, where do you find time? Like, when's your time that you work on your online course? Do you put it on the calendar? Do you work at the night? Do you work when the kids go to bed? Do you work? I actually know someone that would buy a train ticket and get on a train and work on outlining their course. Whatever it is, let me know. It's always cool. It's always motivating to see what other people are doing. Oh, and reminder on the way out, and then I'm off to the pool here, is that if you want additional training, absolutely free to get started to learn how to create, promote, and profit from your own online course, sign up absolutely free at theriseatop.com/learn online courses. All right, see you next time on DSG TV.